Versatile Mage. Chapter 86. Fight between the powers. Brother, Yuang is still lying there. Mu, he called out to remind Mu Juoyan. Mu Juoyan's face immediately sank. Shit, he had almost forgotten that today was the coming-of-age ceremony for his son Yuang. His majestic and formal coming-of-age ceremony had turned into a day for this brat Mo Fan to cause a sensation in Bo City. What was even more regretful was that they had lost this magic jewel. This meant that Mu Juoyan would have to apologize to the father and son in front of his distinguished guests. Thinking about this point, Mu Juoyan felt something in his chest fiercely rumbling and his blood pressure rose tremendously. In the arena, Mo Fan didn't even feel like looking at Yuang, who had turned into something like a dead dog after being bombarded by lightning strike. Background. You want to talk to me about background? I'll use lightning to shock you into a dog that acts rich. As he turned away, Mo Fan began walking toward the stands. The result couldn't be more obvious. He had won. Despite the shock that had caused everyone's flesh to feel numb, Mo Fan was more concerned about that old scoundrel Mu Juoyan's current expression. As expected, the old scoundrel looked as though he wanted to spit blood but was unable to do so. My dad has already given you his gift, old guy, why don't you decide for yourself what to do? Mo Fan walked in front of Mu Juoyan as he coldly grunted. Waiting for today. I have been waiting for many years. Today, when people of status from Bo City are here, I will make you, Mu Juoyan, experience how to lower your voice while you deal with that anger. Mu Juoyan's old face began to twitch severely. In reality, Mu Juoyan actually thought highly of Mo Fan. He was afraid that the kid would cause a reversal of fortune, and so he had specially prepared Yuang with that magic armor. However, Mu Juoyan never dreamed that Mo Fan had an innate dual element, and that he had even cultivated lightning strike to the 3rd level. This entire grandiose coming-of-age ceremony had completely become this kid's ceremony for shocking the world. It was like making a wedding dress for someone else's apprentice. This kind of feeling was like wearing a green hat, causing him to seethe with anger. Don't worry, don't worry. Master Mu Juoyan has always been looking after us. Mo Fan, just let this matter go. Mo Jiaxing was, after all, a good and honest person. From his perspective, Mu Juoyan kneeling down and apologizing was no different from killing him. In any case, he was still an important figure. Yeah, just forget about this matter. Tonight has caused all of us to broaden our horizons, Mu, he hurriedly added, his attitude completely different from before. He now sounded like a friendly merchant, carrying good intentions. Just forget it. Shit, if this old scoundrel Mu Juoyan had the intention of just forgetting it, then he, Mo Fan, wouldn't have brought out lightning to shock them. Humph, what does a kowtow apology amount to? I, Mu Juoyan, will do what I have promised. If you agree to a bet, then you must be prepared to lose. Mu Juoyan fiercely spat out these words. As he said this, Mu Juoyan really stood in front of Mo Jiaxing. The words were bold, yet Mu Juoyan's actions were somewhat stiff. He really needed to kowtow and apologize to the father and son. After doing this, he, Mu Juoyan, would really be unable to raise his head in front of the people of Bo City. Bastard, freaking scoundrels. How could such a heaven-defying talent like the innate dual element possibly be on that little scoundrel Mo Fan's body? No wonder he was so confident when he agreed to this dual bet back then. It turns out he actually had such a trump card in his hands. The old fox Mu Juoyan was similarly calculating, but he was unable to anticipate his opponent's innate dual element. Struggling, Mu Juoyan clenched his teeth as his knees slowly bent. Old brother Mu Juoyan, you must not. Sigh, we don't even have any deep animosity. There's no need to be like this. Besides, what kind of century is this? There's no need for something like this. Even people in the past were able to laugh and forget old grudges. We could even be considered to have known each other for a long time. Mo Jiaxing hurriedly supported Mu Juoyan up. Mu Juoyan looked back at Mo Jiaxing in shock. In his perspective, most people would be enjoying themselves greatly at this time. It was not just anyone in this world who could enjoy Mu Juoyan's kowtow apology, let alone Mo Jiaxing, who had also given him one before. Mo Fan, it's all right now, Mo Jiaxing turned around and told Mo Fan. Mo Fan shrugged his shoulders. Even his father had spoken up. What else could he do? Either way, Mu Juoyan did kneel just now, and it could be said that he also did kowtow. The grudges of many years could be said to have been drained out with the impetuous lightning strike. Well said, even people in the past were able to laugh and forget old grudges. Today should be a day worthy of celebration. Arbo City has given birth to a shocking genius with innate dual elements. Not too long ago, we thought that Muning Shui's ice affinity spirit would make the name of Arbo City famous. Who would have thought that Mo Fan's innate dual element was even more shocking? The heavens really are watching over Arbo City. The prestigious Principal Zhu sighed. Among the southern cities, Bo City couldn't be counted as particularly excellent, nor did it have many outstanding magicians. Thus, it had been silent in the south for a long time. However, Muning Shui's ice affinity spirit, as well as Mo Fan's innate dual element, could definitely cause a great sensation. It would allow Bo City to become the most watched city in the south. This matter excited people just thinking about it. Mo Fan, let's just put it like this. As long as you join our army, then you will definitely be able to become the chief of a city army in the future. Let's not even talk about the large amount of cultivation resources. Someday you are definitely able to find success in this career. Zhang Kong was the first to jump out and make promises with a sincerity he never had before. Zhang Kong, that should be enough. Being able to choose which faction to join is an individual's freedom. What is the meaning behind your forceful recruiting? Yang Zue protested unhappily. Shit, how am I forcefully recruiting him? Mo Fan and I address each other as brothers. He is my sworn little brother. Zhang Kong widened his eyes. The two instructors, Luo Yuanbo and Pan Lijin, at the sides, began sweating. Boss Zhang Kong, when did Mo Fan become your sworn little brother? Head instructor, just what are you babbling about? Mo Fan was speechless. Oh, you're not content with that. How about you be the older brother? You being my sworn older brother is also fine. Either way, join our army and you're guaranteed a high position and great wealth, Zhang Kong immediately proclaimed. Luo Yunbo and Pan Lijin had already begun sweating waterfalls. Shit, you, the Grand Chief of Bo City's army, are recognizing an 18-year-old kid as your sworn older brother. That'll make all the army squads in Bo City collapse. Can't you have some moral principles, Boss Zhang Kong? The two instructors really wanted to drag their boss Zhang Kong away immediately. This was far too shameless. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.